Hey, Eagle 123. We got a couple of packages in the mail. So this is from American Marksman. I have not done business with them before, but they had a pretty good price on this. It is a 5.56, 62 grain FMJ. They call it a striker, which I think makes it like an M855 that is, the case is annealed, so it's not all shiny, which makes it look like a reload, but I believe this is like an off-brand M855. If I'm wrong on that, correct me. But 62 grain FMJ. This was a 250 round box, and they had a really good price on it. I ordered this over a month ago, and so this was kind of when I was first realizing what ammo was going to be like, as I made the video just a couple weeks ago, but this was ordered before that, so that's good. All right, we also got in some 9mm, and I have not shot this before, but I've seen it. It's a 124 grain 9mm. Oh, look at that. I like that two-tone case. That's pretty cool. So yeah, so I'd like to have some just so that I have enough, you know, to maybe go shooting a little bit here and there. Which kind of brings up the next thing I wanted to talk about. Just responding to a couple of comments. There was some discrepancy between like hoarding ammo. Several people in the comments used that word. I believe I was even called a hoarder. I'm not a hoarder. I think if you're hoarding something, maybe by definition, I would say that would be something I'm not going to use. This is just part of a hobby, and so I want to have enough that whatever's happening in the world, I can still go shoot, which maybe I won't really be shooting very much in 2021, but anyway, I have enough to do that. I also came up with a number, and there was some comments about that number. Some people agreed, and I think generally people are saying 1,000 rounds per rifle is a good idea. Now, if you've got 57 bolt actions in the gun safe, then you know that's probably not necessary to have 1,000 rounds of 260 and you know all those different hunting calibers. But we're talking about like a rifle that you would use to maybe defend your property or something. I think most people kind of got that, but the number that I came up with was 4,000, and that was simply based on 1 year of shooting. So I feel like that was I mean, it's I don't know, I feel like maybe 4,000 rounds is a lot. That's 4 times what the people are recommending, but we went through the math on it, and that allows you to shoot at that same pace. Obviously, you just cut that down, and you know, you're able to shoot a whole lot longer with that many. One of the other comments on one of the videos was when we were talking about the credit card that I was using and how it was declining. A lot of people were like, oh, you can't buy guns with these different credit cards. Now, I know that like some credit card companies don't allow you to purchase firearms, but I have not seen that with ammo until a couple weeks ago. So that was kind of a new revelation, which is why I made a video about it. It's kind of known that credit card companies, specifically like PayPal, they won't let you buy anything like that. So that was kind of a known thing, but I haven't seen them do that with ammo. And I don't know if they necessarily know what you're purchasing, so maybe that was part of the issue. If the company sells guns and ammo, and then they just won't let you purchase from them at all. But we were able to get the transaction to go through with a debit card, so it was really fine. A lot of people in the comments were recommending use a mail order, and some places will do that. When you're trying to hop on and find a deal for ammo when they may or may not have very much, it would be difficult to convince them to wait on your on your mail order. But in the sake of anonymity, it might be nice to have a mail order. I'm going to kind of respond to a couple of things here in this video that were in the comments. So one of the next things was talking about, well, don't order it online, buy it from your local gun store. Fully agree with that, and I definitely support people purchasing at their local gun store. I have a job where I'm not able to get around to those places. I'm definitely don't have time to like go wait in front of the stores. So I can't do that. So I am kind of limited that I'm just purchasing online. And besides, I've been purchasing online for years and years. So that's not a new revelation to me. I've kind of always been hunting for deals, and buying from, you know, some of the smaller companies. Like I'd never purchased from American Marksman before, but they showed up with the ammo, so I guess that's a good review for them. So I do support the local gun stores, and there's a gun store that I pass on a pretty regular basis, and I've never stopped there. And every time I go by that place, I'm like, man, I just need to go in there. Even if I don't spend anything, just go in there and kind of get to know what they have. They say they have a big sign out front that says they have ammo, so I guess I need to stop in there sometime. Also, people were recommending gun shows. I am not a fan of gun shows. I haven't been a fan of gun shows for several years. Many of you go to gun shows. I think that's awesome. Sometimes I go if I just need to kill some time on a weekend, maybe take one of the kids and spend a few hours just walking around and looking at gun things. That's pretty cool. I found a lot of problems with gun shows. A lot of the vendor booths, as many as 50%, maybe 60% of the vendor booths don't sell a bullet or a gun. And that's, I mean, they'll sell a table to anyone, that's fine, but I'm not really a fan of gun shows because there's not anything like interesting there as well. A lot of times it's overpriced used firearms, which I kind of have a connection where I buy a used firearm. I've never actually bought a gun at a gun show, so I have bought several accessories, and I bought some ammunition different times. Not really in times like these, but in normal times, I guess. So gun shows are kind of hit or miss as far as I'm concerned. You may have some luck at a gun store, at a gun show, but you're going to come across those tables that, like, half the tables aren't even going to be selling guns. They're going to be selling essential oils and roofing and all sorts of stuff, which is cool. I like that they're supporting the gun industry and they think that we are, you know, good people to do business with. I like that. So kind of a mixed bag there, but good luck at the gun shows. If you can find some stuff, that's cool. A lot of times you'll find people who've like hauled out, you know, ammo that's 10 years old and they're trying to sell it. So, you know, just kind of beware of those sorts of things. Okay, many comments about people taking names on these places that are gouging, which is kind of another term we kind of talked about in a video. Definitely take names from these people and don't do business with them in the future. If they're super short-sighted on the fact that, hey, I have a bullet, I need to sell a bullet, and then in a couple of years, whenever things calm down, hopefully, fingers crossed, they need to have long memories on that so that we're not patronizing these people who are kind of doing us dirty right now. Okay, still the best way to find ammo, I'm sticking to the two that I suggested. AmmoSeek is a good jumping off point. And then that Reddit group that I mentioned, which is In Stock Ammo, it's the subgroup on Reddit. Again, I'm not super familiar with Reddit, but I know how to open the app and I can get straight to that group and I can see all the people are posting. They're posting 24 hours a day, and some of this ammo is dropping at night. And so there's been some people who are like, hey, wait till 2 a.m. This place will put stuff online. I don't know if that's just the automation process or what, but there's a lot of things going on there. In that same category, they're also posting things about vendors that, like, if you've never done business with them before, you can also say, hey, has anyone bought from them before? And then people are like, yeah, I did business with them before. So we're trying to look out for scams because scams are everywhere. I have come across dozens of comments that I've deleted from my videos where this one I'm going to call out is Max Ammunitions. They are posting, they're just spamming my comments on several of my videos. I'm sure they're doing it to a lot of YouTubers, and they have ammo in stock and it's at a good price. And I think they're taking your money and not shipping you any ammo because they're in tune with the market to say, hey, people are, you know, kind of foolish with money in this category, so let's open up a fake website. But they're not in tune enough to know that if you see ammo from a no-name company and they say they have it in stock and it's 2018 prices, you're going to need to look into that a little bit further before you push send on that credit card order. So ultimately, I do hope that the local gun stores can make a comeback and we can purchase ammo in person. There are very real things happening in Congress. Sheila Jackson Lee has some stuff out. There's 10 bills in the House that all are related to firearms. I don't have a list of them to share with you, but I've seen it several places. There's something about ammo cards where you have to have basically a license. I think it's kind of like the FOID cards that are out there in some of the states. You have to have a license to purchase ammunition. You have to have a license to purchase firearms. These are all very bad things. We need to be a unified front on this and vehemently oppose everything in this category. I would encourage people not to overbuy. If you need to pay high prices to get something in order to get you to a spot where you feel like you've got enough, then you may have to spend a little bit more to get that. But for many of us, based on what I'm seeing in the comments, for many of us, we are going to hang out with what we got, look for some deals here and there, and try to hope for the best that in the future things are going to calm down. Don't encourage these gougers, but again, it's supply and demand, and the demand is very high and the supply is very low, and that creates out of whack prices. We understand how this works, so let's not be surprised. Let's not be surprised about it. Okay, so coming up next, we are going to sharpen a knife. That's typically what I do on this channel, but we have been doing a lot of firearms content here recently. I've also learned a lot of things about firearms. I did a video where I did not touch the gun, and that video was fully monetized, and it did really well. The videos where I work on guns are all demonetized, which is fine. I'm not in this to make money, but just so that you guys know how YouTube works, if your video is not monetized, they are not going to recommend it or show it anywhere. So the reach on your videos will be very low. And that's not something I really care about. I'm kind of just out here for fun. But I've had a great time on YouTube these last couple of weeks. We've gained so many subscribers, and the views have just been crazy on many of my videos. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you for commenting. And I've had a really fun time just going back and forth with people in the comments, and you guys getting to know a little bit more about my channel. And we'll keep making videos as long as people are watching them. And even then, I made videos for a long time but nobody was watching. So have a good day. Eagle Run 23. We'll see you next time.